What's up, guys? We're out at the Oregon Sand Dunes and we're checking out the Yamaha Sport ATV press ride. This is going to be for the new Yamaha 450s and the 700s as well. And I'm excited to see how these things do. They look great and it's going to be a good time. So stick around and check it out. All right, just got done with our first little stretch. The machine is awesome, and we just came up Banshee Hill, so that's a famous hill around here. And check out this view behind me. Pretty sweet. All right, guys, little update. We've been on the machines for about an hour and man, this thing is phenomenal. Again, this is the 450 I'm testing out right now. We're gonna try out the 700 a little bit later. Suspension's working great, really good power, smooth, and I'm just loving it out here. And it's pretty hard to beat these views. I mean, check this out. All right, just switched over to the Raptor 700. This machine is definitely a good time. Little different feel with the power. It's got a lot of torque. The suspension's a little bit softer, and that can be a good thing depending on what you're doing. So this was a really comfortable ride, and we just went and flowed through the dunes and had a lot of fun. And now we're back at base camp, and we're filling these babies up so we can take them back out. That wraps up day one. I got to put some time on the 450 as well as the 700. They're both awesome machines, whether you're doing track or trail riding. And a lot of people are going to be wondering what's new for 2022. And there actually are no major updates, or there haven't been any major updates for a few years now. But you're going to be getting both new graphics. They still offer your standard edition or your special edition. And again, no matter what you're doing, you're going to have a good option for you. So hopefully in the future, we'll see Yamaha do some updates with these, but for now, they're still great machines. And we actually checked the weather forecast. We might be getting a little bit of rain tomorrow, so it's gonna make for some epic conditions. So I'm out here with Pat from Yamaha, and we've got the YFZ450 and the Raptor 700 behind us, and Pat's going to guide us through some of the differences on these machines. And first and foremost, I got to say it's awesome that Yamaha is still making these. They're great for racing and just for recreational riding, so they are purpose built, and each one kind of has a different use. So Pat, do you want to kind of guide us through that, and maybe let's start talking about the 450?
Yeah, sure. You know, we're here in the Oregon Sand Dunes, and both machines work really well in the sand dunes, but they have a different character. You know, the 450 has that quick 450cc 5-valve head. It's really quick revving. It's really responsive when you want to get the front end light through the whoops or pop yourself over a little dune jump. The engine's right there for you. You know, fuel injection again works really well in a variety of conditions. We're obviously at sea level here in Oregon, so that makes a big difference. But it's really low. It's wide. It feels really good cornering. When you want to slide around, especially on those side hills in the dunes. That low CG feeling it has really is a lot of fun to use in the dunes. And then the suspension is set up really firm, works really well on the whoops. There's obviously a lot of whoops here in the sand whoops. It keeps it in the upper end of the stroke and is really smooth and responsive in the whoops.
Yeah, it's a great machine. So even if you're not racing motocross or GNCC or anything like that, it's still fun just to go out and ride. Especially, you know, these Oregon dunes, they have a lot of side trails, and this machine performed really well on those. Now for the 700, this is a great all-around sport quad. It's a do-everything machine, and you actually have two options for it. So what can you tell us about that?
Well, they both get the same big 700cc engine, which is great. Again, a lot of torque, but also very responsive and smooth. That makes a big difference here in the dunes or on the trails, on the hard dirt trails back east, wherever you happen to be. The engine is the same between both machines. Of course, color and graphics is different, but the real big difference is in suspension. The SE and the LE models, they have fully adjustable piggyback shocks, dual speed compression damping adjustability, and rebound damping, and of course a threaded preload adjuster, which makes a big difference. The base model Raptor only has non-piggyback front shocks that are spring preload adjustable with a 5-position ramp, and it does have a threaded preload adjuster in the back with a piggyback shock. But that's where we really wanted to meet that price point for those customers that want the great feel from the Raptor, want the big engine, want the cushy suspension, but just don't need the adjustability.
Yeah, they're both great machines. I had a good time on both of them. Now, my personal preference is this 450. I liked it a little bit more, but when you're out in the open on the big dunes, I actually really like this 700. It's awesome. It's got that low end torque. Put it in third gear and it just lugged me wherever I needed to. And you know, you've got plenty of power throughout the RPM range. So that's it for the Yamaha Sport ATV press ride for the YFZ450 and Raptor 700. I've had a blast out here. These are great machines, and the Oregon dunes, they've been good to us. We've had a good time. So with that all being said, we hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give us a thumbs up. And if you need any parts or accessories for your machine, go check out our website and subscribe to our channel if you want to see more content like this. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.